A butterfly flaps its wings in Brazil, and a hurricane forms half a world away. It sounds like poetry, but it's not. It's a glimpse into one of the most haunting truths about existence, that reality isn't a straight line. It's a storm of endless possibilities. Every second of your life, every breath, glance, and heartbeat sets off ripples you'll never see. A smile that changes someone's day, a delay that saves your life, a word that echoes in another mind long after you forget it. This is the butterfly effect. The idea that the tiniest causes can lead to massive consequences, and that destiny itself may be written in the dust of moments so small we don't even notice them passing. 1. The birth of chaos. It all began in the 1960s with a meteorologist named Lorenz. He was running a weather simulation on an early computer, a simple model predicting storms and temperature patterns. Halfway through, Lorenz wanted to repeat a sequence, so he entered the same numbers again, except he rounded one value from 0.506127 to 0.506, a difference smaller than a thousandth. But when the machine finished, the results were nothing alike. A completely different storm, a new outcome, born from almost nothing. That's when Lorenz realized something profound. Small changes in the starting point of a system can lead to unpredictable, enormous changes in the outcome. He called it sensitive dependence on initial conditions. The world would remember it as the butterfly effect. Lorenz discovered that even in a perfectly deterministic system, one governed by strict physical laws, predictability was an illusion. The tiniest variations multiplied, amplified, spiraled. Order and chaos intertwined. And no matter how powerful our equations became, the future remained wild. 2. The geometry of chaos. The butterfly effect isn't randomness. It's deeper than that. It's structure hidden inside seeming disorder. Mathematicians call it a fractal, a pattern that repeats at every scale, infinitely complex, yet eerily self-similar. Look at a coastline from space. Zoom in on a bay, a rock, a grain of sand. The same shapes echo again and again. The weather behaves this way. So do galaxies, neurons, and markets. Chaos is not the absence of order. It's order too intricate for us to predict. A universe humming with pattern beyond comprehension. And within that geometry of chaos lies your life. Every choice you make is a parameter shift, a small nudge that sends your timeline branching like lightning. From the friendships you form to the words you speak, you're constantly redrawing the fractal that is your destiny. 3. The human storm. Think about this. If you had woken up 1 minute later this morning, would your day have unfolded the same way? If your grandparents had met 1 day sooner or 1 day later, would you even exist? Every event in your life, every meeting, every heartbreak, every miracle depends on a chain of causes stretching back through eternity. A single neuron firing differently, a breath caught instead of released, a thought delayed by half a second, and the entire tapestry of your life could unravel into another design. This is not superstition, it's the mathematics of existence. You are a living example of chaos theory in motion, a conscious storm of probability and consequence. 4. Free will, or the illusion of it. But if everything is connected in an infinite web of cause and effect, how free are you really? Is free will real, or just the illusion of choice arising from the chaos we can't see? Quantum physics adds another layer of mystery. At the smallest scales, particles behave unpredictably, existing in many states at once until observed. This randomness weaves into the fabric of reality itself. So perhaps the universe is both deterministic and uncertain, a paradox of order and freedom. You may be the author of your story, but the ink you write with is chaos. Every decision you make both defines and destroys countless other possible futures. In one timeline you said yes, in another you stayed silent. In both, a different world was born. 5. The hidden harmony. To live is to dance with the unpredictable. Every species, ecosystem, and economy follows these laws of chaos. Not stable, not perfect, but alive. The beating of your heart, the flicker of neurons in your brain, the orbit of planets around their stars. Each system contains feedback loops that create both stability and instability. Chaos doesn't mean disorder. It means balance on the edge of transformation. In the same way, your life is a series of feedback loops. Your emotions, your relationships, your memories. One moment of kindness can create generations of change. One act of cruelty can echo longer than a lifetime. You may never see where the ripples go, but they are real, and they are infinite. Even history itself is a butterfly effect. A letter delivered too late, a soldier turning left instead of right, a scientist stumbling upon an accident that reshapes civilization. Entire empires rise and fall from the smallest acts of chance. 6. The cosmic lens. Zoom out, past the personal, past the human. The universe itself may be one giant chaotic system. Galaxies form from the quantum ripples of the early cosmos. Tiny fluctuations magnified by gravity into clusters of stars and worlds. In this sense, every butterfly, every breeze, every human decision is connected to the birth of galaxies. The same mathematics that describe storms describe supernovas, black holes, and the expansion of space-time. The same unpredictability that shapes weather also shapes destiny. It's humbling, and it's beautiful. Because in a chaotic universe, nothing is insignificant. There are no small moments. Every instant is a seed of eternity. 7. Reflection. Cause, chaos, and destiny. So what does the butterfly effect really teach us? That life isn't about control, it's about awareness. You can't predict every outcome. You can't map every ripple. But you can choose the intention behind every action. Every moment you exist, you alter the geometry of the world in ways you'll never measure. A conversation that shifts a mindset. A kindness that prevents despair. A delay that saves a life. You are both the butterfly and the storm it creates. Destiny isn't something waiting for you at the end of a road. It's the road itself, constantly forming beneath your feet, and every step changes where it leads. So move gently, speak carefully, act meaningfully, because even the smallest motion can echo across 1,000 unseen worlds. A butterfly flaps its wings in Brazil, and a hurricane forms an ocean away. You breathe, think, speak, love, and the universe bends ever so slightly in response. That's not chaos, that's connection. That's destiny.